What's up, and welcome back to the Kinda Funny podcast. It might look a little bit different today. We got Greg out, we got Nick out, we got Mike out, we got Joey out. But you know who is not out? Me, Tim Geddes, and of course, the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
Hello.
How you
Hello,
doing?
Tim. I'm doing great.
Good to have you here. I'm sure we're going to have a banger episode because we're having two people for the first time in studio on the Kinda Funny podcast. I think this is the first time this group of people has ever made
100%.
content
Absolutely.
together.
Has to be, yeah.
So I'm excited about that. We have the one and only Roger Picorni
Hey, everybody.
and the new face of video games, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Andy Cortez, who's your top 5, dead or alive?
Oh, God.
No.
You can't know.
No.
I'm just asking for his top 5, dead or alive.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
We were on the topic of
Jordan,
ranking.
LeBron.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think I was talking
Gotcha. Tim Duncan. I'll throw Tim Duncan on there. I was thinking hot and horny Roger Picorni.
No.
hot and horny Roger
about?
Picorni?
That was great.
Which part do you have a problem with?
I mean, the hot is fine. Yeah, I'm a sex symbol, but the horny Picorni has followed me
Oh, yeah.
so long in my entire life.
I
It
got-
has been awful.
I got spaghettis. That was always,
Oh,
that
I mean,
was like
that's-
Tim Spaghettis. It was a
Yeah.
thing. Well, what would you guys get?
Dude, honestly, nothing. It was just people
Whoa.
mispronouncing my name.
Yeah.
They like it'd be white people saying Andreas.
Yeah.
Or Andreas, like San Andreas, and it's like there's no A there. It's just Andres. Andres.
I just got bad puns.
Yeah.
People being like, oh man, it's such a blessing to meet you. And I'm like, fuck you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
300th time I've heard
Are
that
you
this month.
kind of funny?
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus.
It's the exact same kind of thing where it's like, one, I've heard that joke a million times. Two, it's a bad joke. It's a bad joke.
Yeah. And it's past the point of ironic funny. But we still laugh at it every time.
It's
You
always
can't be a
that,
dick.
you
You
know,
can't be a dick.
You gotta
Just
go,
go, I never heard that one before.
yeah.
Yeah. Depends on who I'm meeting, right? If it's like someone that I highly respect and want them to like me, I'll be like, damn, bro. That's good shit.
You got that shit. You got that shit.
Yeah, Gia, I think, could probably like recite everything verbatim of how I react to these situations. She could probably like imitate it all too, of just
Hey.
hey, you know, try to set the bar low. Like it's all the same fucking shit, and then we just get there, and then we go our separate ways. I go home and cry in bed.
And they maybe follow you on Twitter. You're like, do I follow them back? I'm probably never gonna see them again.
Exactly.
Did I say Titter?
I think he said Tinder. And I was like,
He
you
said
can follow me
Tinder.
on
Follow
Tinder?
my Tinder.
Holy shit, that's wild.
Proximity. They got proximity chat on
Oh,
Tinder.
Yeah, damn. That is a scary thought. Scary thoughts are things we're going to be talking about a lot today here on the Kinda Funny podcast. Of course, this is the show where 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table, gather around and talk about a whole bunch of shit for your amusement. We do it each and every week. This is going to be one of the last pieces of content going up before Thanksgiving. So hopefully it's good, guys. No pressure.
A lot of people
Let's
thought we
bring
were
the
on
crumb up.
vacation already.
Not
There
yet.
was several people that popped into the Twitch chat today when I was playing Pokemon asking like, oh, damn, I thought you all were gone already. Like, no, we're the real
It
workers.
feels that way, though, being here.
Yeah,
I feel like every
absolutely.
day this week has felt like a Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some unhinged energy.
I
Yeah.
thought today was Wednesday, to be honest with you. I was like, damn, I didn't put the trash out. My bad, Barrett.
Yeah, Kevin today called. Today's Tuesday. He called tomorrow Wednesday, Friday. And it's just like, yeah, tomorrow is a Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
I kind of appreciate
Today's
that.
like a Thursday. A
Today
Tuesday,
does feel like a
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also it's kind of a Tuesday.
It's a whole bunch of things, man. Let's get right into it. All right.
Sure.
Of course, you know the show. You can watch it live if you go to patreon.com/kindafunny. Just like the first round of our Patreon producers: Morgan, Lorraine, Fargo, Brady, Hillary, Bernard, ID Raven, Immersion Fragrances.
That sounds like a sponsor.
I don't know that I've ever read that one before. Have I? Deleted
I think you
twice?
have, yeah.
Wow, man, I get one-track mind on this. Christopher Rodriguez, the Kinda Funny Destiny 2 PC clan, Corey Turnipseed,
listen, though.
Tall Tree 81, Trent Barry, Joseph A. Carlson, Tranquil Uranium, Macro, One Up Pest Control, Alex J. Sandoval, James Hastings, Colin Huguenel, and Carrie Palmer. Thank you all so very much. So you guys aren't going to have to listen to ads later. That's cool. And you get to watch live. Everyone else has to watch later. YouTube.com/KindaFunny or podcast services around the globe. Just search for Kinda Funny Podcast and we'll be right there for you. Let's get into the show.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. All right. Andy has been working from home all day. He was streaming. He was playing some Pokemon Scarlet, Violet. Which one
Violet.
are you on? And he's on the Violet. He's
I
playing
got the
that
cool
on stream.
pants. He's on
the good one.
It was great.
Is that
Well,
the
actually,
good
let's start.
Yeah.
Let's start with Andy. You've had a moment this last 24 hours. You wanna talk about that?
Had another banger on TikTok. Nothing new in the world of me. Just constantly putting up nonstop viral
Shooting
sensations.
Should we watch
Hitting
it?
nets.
I'm sure everyone's really happy about it, right?
Everybody's really happy about it. Yeah.
Kevin, can we watch
There's no hostility.
Andy's TikTok?
It's not divisive whatsoever. It's a TikTok I made about Pokemon. It's a Pokemon opinions I have.
Yeah. Pokemon fans respectful.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Safest
Yeah.
thing to have an opinion on. Pokemon.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
don't you?
Nintendo,
I mean, it's that and what was it, Shin Megami Tensei and
Oh my
Persona?
The way that you just like ignited feelings, I just had like fucking flashback. Like,
I just saw it hit him.
PTSD.
I just
All right,
saw it hit
let's
him.
check this out.
Yeah.
This is me with my second evolution, Fuecoco. Fuecoco's a little fire alligator. One of the most adorable stars you can get in any of the generations of Pokemon.
It's like Totodile energy.
And yes, very much Totodile energy. And then the second evolution, not so much. Like
Classic.
the ugly, but more than normal, I would say. A lot of the middle generation or the middle evolutions, always kind of unattractive.
Sure.
This one especially so, I would say. And I was really just hoping to evolve it. So let's check it out.
Look at this ugly son of a bitch. No, don't be proud of this. You should be ashamed of how you look. He was so cute in Evolution 1. I should have stopped the evolution. I should have kept him a child forever. No, don't celebrate. You're ugly as fuck. Dude, here it is. Here it is. Here's the moment.
And it's not that I don't like the third one.
Oh.
I love this motherfucker.
Just why has he got a bald head on top?
What the fuck?
No, I love him.
I mean, I think it's time to level up our Growlithe, y'all.
So for audio listeners, Andy was disappointed visually with the look of the third evolution. That's why I never evolve my starters.
Really?
Wow,
Madman.
really?
That's
My
fucked
tradition.
up.
I keep my little guy.
You go over the Everstone.
I like my little dudes.
You do
forever.
the Everstone.
No, I just hit B a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd be
Sprigatito all the
way too paranoid. I would forget easily at one. I would hear a noise and then look the other way and just immediately he would
Restart
evolve.
the game.
Oh
Have to do
damn,
it.
that's
this
sad.
one makes it hard.
So
It
anyway,
auto-saves.
that video went very viral and
when you say that, like, what does that mean? Because like,
it's one of the more popular videos. It's probably the most popular video I've posted so far.
I mean, I checked it right before the show, and I want to say it was over 1 million views.
It's
That's
1.2
wild.
million views. It's 135,000 likes.
okay. And how many dislikes?
Close to 3,000 comments and 7,000 favorites, which is really good for the algorithm. On TikTok, when people are favoriting and like bookmarking your tweets or whatever, those are the ones that kind of really boost the algorithm. It's a good like ratio. I should be happy about that. But of course, we all kind of tend to focus on the negative. And man, there's a lot of mean people. Like, a lot of people just attacking my appearance in these comments. What's up, bud?
He's just watching TikToks.
No. I got.
Okay.
Oh, my aunt's calling me. I'll call her back later. I got something for Kevin.
Okay. Blessy's got something for Kevin. A lot of these comments just they blew up overnight, right?
Sure.
So I wasn't sure what the numbers would be, and I'm streaming today, and I'm kind of like looking through it on the stream, on the KindaFunny stream. I'm like, God damn, there's a lot of mean people on TikTok. Because there's a lot of people like, have you looked in the fucking mirror lately? Damn. There's a lot of mean
Once
people,
upon a time in
dude.
Hollywood, nearly. Once upon a time in. Once
What is
upon a
this?
time in.
Look at this.
What the fuck was that?
I think Kevin touched on the video I just said.
okay.
So I was like, I wonder if there's any duets, or I wonder if there's anybody using your sound because it's so popular. And I found one video. I had no idea what this video is.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well,
But
this is dangerous.
It
It's
does
on
have your
TikTok,
voice in
so
it.
it can't be.
Well,
I mean, you know what, yo?
We can edit this
It's a
podcast.
Tuesday, Friday, right?
somebody stitched it.
Look at this ugly son of a bitch.
What?
No, don't be proud of this. You should be ashamed of how you look. He was so cute in Evolution 1.
Oh, I see.
I
Wow,
should have
look at
stopped the
that.
evolution. I should have kept him a child forever.
Audio listeners, you have no reference for what's going on, but they used my audio to
Yeah.
for some other fandom,
For
I'm
their own,
assuming.
their own.
That's wild. That like
I don't know.
TikTok is a platform. I know we talk about TikTok a lot, but the fact that you can make a video and then wake up the next day and somebody has taken your audio to make their own video.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's cool. So I hadn't even considered that people would be stitching that audio. But yeah, like, you know, a lot of the comments are like, they're funny and they're like, don't ever say that about my adorable boy, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of cute shit. But then some of the comments are just like, Blessing was scrolling through and just laughing at how mean some of them were, because there's just a lot of rude ass people who are like, it's always the old motherfuckers that are mad about it. And they're right. Like,
They are right.
They're
Well, the
right.
young people are mad too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's,
Yeah,
it's equal
I've
opportunity.
never seen this evolution before, and that's an ugly as fuck evolution.
yeah.
Like that sucks.
Crocolore? Oh, Crocolore is ugly as hell.
Ew, his name is Crocolord?
Yeah, the
Crocolore.
not even
So
Lord.
the second one is crocolore because the word calor means heat.
Okay.
So that's really
okay,
dope.
that's actually pretty
That's
cool.
dope as
I
hell.
love that.
Yeah, and then fuecoco, obviously like fuego, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't. But the coolest thing about it is it's supposed to look like a sombrero on its head, but it's
Yeah.
really a nest. And the thing in the middle is an egg. And when it evolves, the egg hatches and it's a little firebird that's on your long crocodile. Like the way birds kind of feed and
Yeah.
or will just chill on crocodiles in the water.
I fucking love that.
It's really dope. It's a
Yeah.
cool ass concept.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it, legitimately, is it looks like a fucking clown. There's fire bursting out of the side of its head, and it's bald on top. If it was like fire going down its arms or down the spine, I'd be so in. But it looks goofy with the way it looks like it's wearing a clown wig, and I'm not a huge fan.
Valchris in your comment says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Is a wicked cool skeleton croc with a firebird it hatched itself not enough? Did you mean to pick the waifu cat or the waifu bird?"
Did you see the clip of the waifu cat kissing the dude today?
What?
No.
Man. Oh man, I gotta find this video. It's like, kill time. Because I'm so sorry for the audio listeners, but this video is like, nobody believed me when I talked about it today on the Kinda Funny stream. I was like, did y'all see? I was like, well, Chad, if I would have picked the sexy cat, I could have kissed the cat. And everybody's like, shut the fuck up. I was like, no. There's a video. Whenever in Pokemon, you can have these little picnics. Yeah. And you have a little picnic, and all your Pokemon come out, and they play with each other. You could throw a ball and they like fetch the ball and shit. It's really, really adorable stuff. But sometimes your Pokemon will come up to you and like nuzzle you and you see like the little hearts pop up. And sometimes that coincides with, depending on how tall you are and how tall the Pokemon are, that means that they might nuzzle up mouth to mouth, face to face. That's the cat evolution.
Ew.
And if you want to open up in assets right here, Kevin, the title of the tweet is, "Did we just kiss?"
Oh my god.
It is fucking hysterical. They're having this picnic,
Oh my god.
and then
Holy shit, dude.
Yo, Sonic and Pokemon, Bless, we were saying, like, this is their time right
Way
now.
more in common than
Whoa,
different.
that is
Holy
a
shit.
full-on smooch.
and what's so funny about it is that, like, you know, when Elon Musk took Twitter and allowed you to get verified accounts, and everybody was making the fake accounts, and somebody made the fake Game Freak account that said you can fuck the Pokemon in the new games.
That's so
like
fucking
everybody's been referencing that tweet ever since. This shit is so funny, dude. I couldn't believe this.
Dude. Can you have different heights in the game? Is that the issue here?
No,
or
they
it's
just smooch on the lips.
Oh
That's
my
just-
god.
That's
Okay.
crazy because like I heard they did a lot of testing for this game. There was a lot of QA.
That is
Holy cow.
wild. Keith Brundy says he's closing his
Yeah.
eyes too.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
there's like a level to that is sensual.
Yeah, because like if you're an audio listener, I was expecting it to just be, oh, it's this collision on two characters
Yeah.
that makes them like bump
It's
up
a
against each
lip
other.
to lip.
It is
They're
legitimately like they lean into each other's faces and then there's heart emojis.
Yeah, like
above
it's not
them.
even like a 60-40. It's like a 50-50. Like they are both equally
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I can't stop thinking about this fucking game. I know this isn't the games guy.
know,
Goddamn.
dude.
It's all I want to do. Now, did I completely, like, selfishly text Mike last night, like Mike at like 3 in the morning, because that's how late I was up playing this game?
Jesus.
Text him saying, Mike, like, I know you're feeling sick, bro. Take the morning off. I'll play Pokemon. I'll stream it. Don't worry about it, bro. I just wanted to play Pokemon. I just wanted more of an excuse to play this goddamn game. I can't stop playing it. It is... And I was also telling the Twitch streamer today, I just need like a floating asterisk above my head saying, yes, I know it runs bad and looks like shit. Just always
what?
have that asterisk up.
Fuck it. No, we don't even need it. We can just like what we
You
like.
get a tattoo on my forehead.
Yeah. That's what we need to do.
It's like I understand how it
That
looks.
ugly ass forehead.
Like,
Yo,
damn,
these
you're-
comments are off the chain.
Yo,
like,
you're ugly, bro.
your TikTok has 2,710 comments, and like 98% of them are mad.
Yeah, dude. But like the ones that are like, you know, the ones that are funny to me are like the, you know, how dare you talk about my child this way? Like those are, you know,
of course.
But then the ones that are just straight up like, yeah, right, with your fucking, I don't know, what did it say? With your catfish ass trainer, because like I guess my trainer is like more handsome than me. I was like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
Yo, that's actually pretty good.
But like all the
Damn,
trainers look the same. What the fuck?
Wait, that is one of the funniest things.
Dude, they're so mean. They're roasting me, bro. It's fucked up, man.
Oh my god.
And then my friend Sarah started off the shit talking by saying he looks like you, and I immediately her comment had like 200 likes, and I texted her. I was like, "You're fucking blowing up in the comments right now." She's like, "Oh shit, my bad." And I was like, "You're blowing up for the wrong reasons, by the way." And now her comment has like 2,000 likes on it. But there's a lot of people. The ones I don't like, again, it's in content creation. For those of y'all who don't know, we play a role a lot of the times, right? When it's me and Mike, I have to be the straight guy. He's the wild one. I got to be the one to be like, "What are you fucking doing?"
Just a little.
Whenever we stream with our friend Washburn, I will egg Mike's madness on to annoy Washburn. You always gotta kind of fit in your little role, you know. And when I'm on stream, I'm obviously gonna play up that I hate how ugly this Pokemon is. I'm making content. I'm trying to but it's the people that like don't get that, who also don't get
take
a
it
lot
too
of other
seriously.
fake stuff on the internet. When they're like, "Why the fuck you so mad about this, bro? Like, chill out." Like, all right, dude. Like, you're the same people that believe in fake like street pranks, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're the same ones that are like, "Yo, he's wild for that one." Like, it's not real, bro. It's like these things aren't real. So like those are the ones that annoy me the most, dude.
But what is real is Twitter right now. Some tweets coming out, double verified. Plus, you're the one that brought this to our attention yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin, I'm going to need to ask you to do something that's going to sound a little bit weird. A little goofy. Can you go to twitter.com/Tampax?
Oh, is
All
this
right.
still up?
It has to be.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's
no,
still
they like tripled down on it. Yeah.
Their CEO came out and was like,
So Tampax yesterday.
Oh no.
Scroll down one more. All right, that's fine. You're good there. You're good there. Tampax tweeted, again, a double official verified account. You're in their DMs. We're in them. We are not the same.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the guttural giggle that I let out yesterday, because this was what? Was it after
Kinda
Kind of
Funny. It was Kinda Funny, yeah.
Where I was just looking at my laptop and I just start laughing, and like I look at you guys are like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "No, you guys don't understand. I'm on Tampax's Twitter." And you guys are like, "We don't get it, guys."
"We don't understand."
And I was like, no, like Tampax just tweeted. And like I had to like double check, because as I was saying it, I was like, "Oh wait, did I get got? You know, was this another one of those blue check marks? And I paid $8 to get a verified account thing?" And I look at it, I'm like, "No, this is double verified, and no, this is like at Tampax. Like, there's not any craziness in the username whatsoever." They just straight up tweeted us out.
And then
that
they
was
quote
fucking
tweeted it.
hilarious.
They're like doubling down on it. They're
There's
like,
no way.
Yeah, we're
That's
proud
insane, dude.
of this. We're proud of Good for y'all.
Twitter is like has been on one this week for very obvious reasons, but also like it's brought me back to like chaotic internet a little bit, where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, never mind, there's no holds barred anymore. Like people
Yeah.
are just fucking around and like just like fucking saying anything right now.
It honestly feels like, I know people were making a lot of comparisons to the last day of school. Like
Andy, is your mic back dead? Can you check for me? Sorry.
when Twitter is shutting down, you know, people are like, dead battery, yeah,
Oh,
dead battery.
sorry, man.
They're talking to my chest.
Yeah, I was talking to your chest. When people are talking about Twitter shutting down, they're like, "Man, this feels like the end of the world," right? And that's kind of how it feels right now. It's just like no holds barred. You can just say whatever you want. We're all gonna die anyway. Who cares? You know?
Yeah, it's a weird feeling, and like honestly, I was not excited about the end of Twitter, but like a little bit like I'm free. You know what I mean? And
Oh
then
my
now
God.
everyone goes to Hive, and I'm like, I'm not free.
like, oh,
you know what I
shit.
mean? It's always gonna follow me. This need to be in the social media, in the Twitter sphere of sorts. So I don't know. It's a weird in between time we're in right
It was
now.
also, for me, it was the thing of like, on one hand, I was really sad and really bummed out by
Sure.
the idea of like, oh man, I put in so much work in my Twitter. Like I have however many followers. Like, you know, none of my other pages are as popular as my Twitter. So I was bummed out for that reason. But then on the other hand, I looked at my percentage of app usage on my phone.
Oh.
When I tell you that I use Twitter like a madman and like eliminating Twitter from my life would like enable me to touch grass.
Yeah.
It would enable me to actually like live my life in a way that would probably be very healthy for me. So it's like that weird double-edged sword of being happy and also being sad about it. But then also, yeah, I look at Hive and I'm like, I could see myself maybe like if Twitter
Yeah.
shut down, which like I'm not saying it's gonna shut down, but if it does, like I could see myself transitioning to Hive and having that be my new thing.
Yeah, the good thing about Hive, I say good in terms of like not getting me totally addicted to it, is that it's a broken app.
Oh yeah.
So like,
'Cause
I'm
there's only
like-
2 people making
yeah,
it right now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's just 2 people.
There's just 2 people.
That's wild.
I like the idea
I think
that
they hired a third.
Oh,
But
I like.
I mean, now they gotta hire up because
Yeah.
now it's like 250K people on there.
I'm not following very many people on Hive, but I do enjoy the sort of reminders I get from it where I feel like I'm scrolling Tumblr, where it doesn't, I don't necessarily have to know your thoughts. I'm just seeing photos of stuff. And it kind of feels like just old school, here's something I'm interested in from somebody that I know. Here's what they're interested in. Here's what they're vibing with right now.
Yeah.
It's obviously like in the crazy infancy stages. I felt like that a bit too, Roger, of like, I'm free. This is over. I don't have to worry about this anymore. But there's a level of narcissism in everyone, and especially me as well. Like, I'm not going to try to speak for you all, but like, I like having a following. I like having people to tell that I'm live on Twitch and stuff like that. So that's the thing that did kind of worry me of like, damn, that's a big portion of the audience. And then somebody reminded me that day, that night, like, hey, Twitter's shutting down. Just wanted to retweet one of your videos, Andy, and it was an old Andy's 30-second review, and I was like, damn, I gotta save those.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like
my-
if Twitter goes down, those
yeah.
are gone.
I had to go. I went to my settings and I exported the archive of tweets because you can do that.
Jesus.
But it takes like a couple of days for it to process.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and so like I have that downloaded. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but it's for the idea of like, yo, I have like so many tweets, so many memories, like videos and shit that I don't know if the archive actually does the videos, but like I have all that shit that's just been sitting there, and like, you know, for me it's like a piece of personal history because we've all been
yeah.
on Twitter for so long and have had so many moments that I'm like, I don't want to lose this shit. And so I'm kind of with you on the narcissism thing, but also I think for us professionally, Twitter is just really good to use.
Sure.
Right?
And
Like-
that's the thing that I think is like, I don't want to go too deep into it because people have heard me talk about Twitter forever at this point, so they know my
Well,
thoughts.
I mean,
on the
I
whole
think
thing.
it's very topical.
Oh
though.
yeah. But I just want the thought that I have now is I've seen a lot of people kind of like talk shit about us and about our thoughts on Twitter and like Hive and things, and like people just like being so like ridiculously unable to empathize with our position. It's the equivalent of being like, hey, all your normal jobs that you're at, you don't have a computer anymore, or you're a mechanic, you can't use a wrench. It's like that's how it feels in a way where it's like we right now are being threatened to have our wrench taken away.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like we need to find another wrench option, and we're just kind of like we know we don't have a one-to-one option, but it's like what could maybe work, and like the thing that's going to work is the thing that we all just kind of and the analogy falls apart here, but like now transitioning away from the wrench, just back to the us and Twitter and stuff. It's like the games industry needs to decide where the games industry is moving.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
I mean,
matters to
I-
us. And that's why Mastodon and all this other shit's like popping up, but Hive seemed to be the one. Hive just seemed to be the one that hit the right time when everyone all in our circles was like, let's guys, jump on, let's
Yeah.
go.
Hive
And also-
was
see what
the
happens.
Zoom equivalent.
Oh,
100%.
to Discord.
Like, it could have been
Yeah.
Skype, it could have been Discord.
I mean, it should have been Skype.
It became Zoom, yeah.
Yeah, and I also want to shout out Cameron
Scott
Kennedy in
dropped the
chat.
bag,
Dude, I think
Can you
about
imagine?
that
They
all the
fumbled the
fucking
bag,
time.
bro.
Dude, my
Oh my
grandma
God.
knows Skype. And,
Yeah.
and then
Not
just-
anymore. Now it's Zoom.
Yeah,
the
now it's
the
Zoom, now
verb
Teams.
changed, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the crazy. Like, oh, I'm gonna Skype you. When's the last time you heard that?
Yeah.
But before, a
Actually
video call
wild.
meant
Like, how
Skype.
often does it happen that the verb changes?
And then
And
to think
you
of
know, I've
like,
been thinking about that. Can you imagine it? Oh my God, yeah. The jam, dude. But like, we say tweet, right? Like, to tweet is a thing. Like, we post on Instagram, but we tweet. Like, that's a unique thing
remember
to
how
Twitter.
stupid it sounded back in the day?
I know, exactly. That's how it
I
always
had to
works.
stop myself from saying like, oh yeah, retweet this on Hive. Because I had a post that I wanted people to
Cross-pollinate
repost.
now, right?
What was that, Kev?
It's cross-pollinate now?
How about the cross
No way.
pollinate?
They're not calling it cross-pollinate.
No,
You know
this
what
was
I
a
mean?
Dorno's thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
Dorno was like trying to come up with
Yeah,
a
you
thing.
I was about to
You
say.
gotta pollinate that buzz, you know what I mean?
Buzz,
love it.
the PlayStation Hive. Shout out to Cameron Kennedy. Mentioned this over 1 million actually. So 250K joined last night to Hive, which is fucking wild. But also like to your analogy, Tim, like those what replies I was getting when I was talking about Twitter on Twitter, and somebody was like, oh yeah, like why would you put your like all your eggs in this basket of Twitter, right? Like why would you put so much of your own personal value? And I'm like, you guys don't understand. Like to your wrench analogy, right? It's the same thing of like you go to work, right? If you're working in an office or in person, right? Like that building is not owned by your company that you work for, unless you happen to work for like a real estate company. But like a different realtor owns that building. That realtor can come through and be like, hey, this building is shutting down for XYZ reason. And now all of a sudden your job has to pick up and go, right? You have to adjust to that. That's essentially the same thing of like, yeah, like Twitter is a platform. It's the same thing as if YouTube shut down, right? Like we then have to think from the ground up of, all right, like do we go to Vimeo? Do we go to Dailymotion? What are the deep cuts of videos?
Dailymotion.
Remember Dailymotion? Like where do we go to actually rebuild
Real
this
player
thing?
downloads.
E-Bombs
Yeah.
World.
Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because I feel like for all of these things, people have always thought of like, what if these things go under, right? Like a YouTube. For how many years have people been like, oh, just in case YouTube goes under, let's try this, let's do this. But it doesn't change. Like that wave doesn't change unless there's actually like legitimately like, hey, we are scared of this going under, right? Like if it's just the idea, that people are going to be like, okay, whatever, we'll just ride it out. But I think now that we're getting to the point where it actually seems like this might actually
there's a
go
legitimate
down.
chance that
Yeah.
Twitter either disappears or what I think is probably happening is like Elon Musk turns it into Twitter 2.0 and turns it into a drastically different platform. Either way, you got to react, right?
Yeah.
Because like change is change, right? Like what is Elon's and like the current, I guess just Elon, what is Elon's idea for what Twitter 2.0 is, right? Is it 4chan? Is it like current Twitter but way more monetized? Like either way, I think the reaction is warranted of people being like, all right, like I guess I gotta start figuring out backup accounts on different websites, right? And like Hive seems like it's what's going on?
Dude, I swear I'm seeing more bots.
On Twitter?
Like that, his whole reason was wanting to get rid of bots. I swear I'm getting
You
just
know what I'm
more
seeing?
and more bots.
I'm seeing weirder and weirder ads is what I'm seeing because all the ads just
Explain.
left.
What's a weird ad?
Okay, well, for me, it was a gaming video, right? And they had a pre-roll ad, and the pre-roll ad was a trivia game for 60s and 70s music, and it was a bunch of boomers being like, "Hey, where's Elvis from?"
Jesus.
I was like, "Holy shit! This is a fucking Twitch video. This is a streamer talking about fucking I don't know, Resident Evil or
The
something."
commercial you'd see on Fox News. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. It's just it's so weird.
I
where
did
this
see
is
like
going.
a default Twitter ad pop up where very obviously they were supposed to sell that spot, but because nobody was in the office over the weekend, and this was like I think early Monday or something, it was just like a at Twitter, and it was like an ad. Like you've seen those billboards that are like your ad here.
Yeah.
It was basically kind of like that of like at Twitter, and it was like the ad icon that you see for ads, and then it was just like a blank space of like option 1 or whatever.
Oh, you just saw the layout. You
Just the layout
you
was
just
there.
saw the
That wasn't
the
populated with an
template.
ad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so like I don't know what the I'm not checked up with Twitter to see what the latest is. Are people back in the offices? Do we know?
Yeah, it seems like it.
What I've heard is that it feels like the biggest of Elon's stands are the ones that decided to go over there. I don't know if they had already worked there, but it seems like there was a photo of him with like the last of the crew, and it feels like those are the ones that are like ride or die Elon, whatever you want, bro. Like I'm here for you. I will work 20-hour days for you. You know.
I saw a great tweet that was like, man, these are all I can't remember what the designation is, but like all the workers that are actually like from overseas, like other countries, and if they quit their job, they'd have 60 days to find another job that will petition for them to stay in the U.S. so they pretty much have no other choice but like to ride the boat as long as they can.
That's wild, dude. I didn't even think about that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone I
To be
know,
held
with the
hostage by
exception of
Elon
one,
Musk.
everyone I know that works at Twitter, with the exception of one person, has resigned.
Wow.
And like, I knew people that were very high up, and they're like, I'm out. And like,
Yeah, we knew Rishi Chadha, the gaming,
Is he gone?
Twitter game. I mean, I think he's gone.
he was the one. That was.
Oh, really?
Let me double check. Let me double check on that. But yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, it's an interesting place because I've been very
Rishi's still there.
negative.
Good for Rishi.
Okay, good.
Rishi's
good.
still there.
I've been pretty negative on Twitter just because like I don't know, I just don't love personally seeing like having to be online all the time, and I feel like for Twitter I have gotten to the point where I'm like I feel like I need to be online in order to be relevant or just be online to like know what's going on or like scrolling or seeing the news. But I am legitimately sad as I've gone on thinking about the idea of Twitter going away because that is where I started everything. Like that's where I started meeting. That's why I met you. That's why I met everybody.
Like I don't know if I'd be working at KindaFunny. I probably wouldn't be working at KindaFunny if not for Twitter, right? Like
wouldn't be.
I was seeing friends like Belinda Youssef, like they were tweeting about how like we wouldn't have met each other if it wasn't for Twitter. Like so many of my
You
friends'
would be.
faces. You think I'd
It
be
was
here?
Facebook.
I mean,
I
Facebook
found you
was,
on Facebook.
Facebook was a big portion, but Twitter was definitely like a helpful app to, a helpful medium space website to help like spread
All those things.
spread the word of like the content I was making, right? And so it was that double hit of I'm gonna post this on Sunday in the KindaFunny Facebook group because it was sub Sunday, and then at that same time I'm tweeting out, right? And I think on Twitter is where like Khalif Adams and like other people in the industry, like the folks I knew from GameSpot or Michael Hyam, would see my content, right? Whereas like Facebook, it was I think where you guys specifically would see my content. But it really did help me kind of get to know people and make friends, and it's sad to imagine it going away. But I think even if it does go away, I do think that it's the Hydra thing of you cut off one head, another rises, and I think Hive or whatever other platform.
There's
is
a
going to
need
come
for
through
it.
and be that. Yeah, I think there is a need for it.
There's
That will
absolutely
have
need
to be
for
said.
Especially
those.
for breaking news.
Whether it's for everybody or just for our gaming space, like I mean, goddamn, some of me and Tim's first DMs are business related type things where he's asking me about shirt designs and like that's kind of like I'm the same with you all. I would not be here today if it weren't for this app. And if it were to shut down, I still think it's become that thing where it feels like a public like
service.
It is a public service kind of.
I mean,
like a
the
utility.
thing is, I was saying earlier about like the verbiage, right? Where it's like, it's always fascinating where like Google, such a weird word, but like to Google something, we all know what that means. And then when YouTube something became a thing, it's like, oh shit, tweet something, we get this stuff. Now it's like looking at where we're going with Twitter and Instagram and all this. When you watch TV shows, sports or news or anything, the Twitter's there. Tweets are popping up. Like it's part of. It's not like we're talking about the games industry, but like Twitter is it's more important than a lot of people give it credit for. It's less important than some people give it credit for. You know what I mean? Like both sides have things, but it's like I think people write it off as just like social media. It's so much more than that, and that's why it's so scary that someone like Elon is in charge right now with the attitude that he has, right? If he had a good attitude, this would be a totally different conversation. It'd be a good thing, right? There's probably gonna be a lot of good that can come from decisions he's making here. But not if he's gonna be a dick about it, and that's all that he's doing. That's literally all that he's doing, and it's clear.
Dude, the poll to reinstate Trump's Twitter account is like, come on,
what?
bro.
I didn't see
dude,
this.
he put a few days ago.
He put up a Twitter poll.
He put up a Twitter poll.
That's why he's back on. That's why Trump is allowed back.
The poll was like a 52 to 48%
Did
thing.
Trump actually take it?
No.
Well, I don't know.
I saw that Trump doesn't want to be on
Trump
it.
was like, no, I don't want.
He's doing his own social media thing.
But he called it. It said Vox Populi, is what he said after the tweet or whatever, and like that quote, people like actually talked about what that quote actually means and like the full version of it, and like how it's just kind of like
it's the idea of like the crowd. I know exactly what you're referencing.
Yeah. I'm blanking on a lot of it right now.
It translates to voice of the people, right?
Yeah.
But like the quote is like, don't listen to the voice of the people or
Yeah,
something.
the full quote is like when you have like the voice of the crowd, it turns into chaos. Like it's something
mob
along those
mentality
lines.
warning.
But anyway, it's just like it's such a like you're such a fucking lame ass who like read
Well,
a
he's
couple of books in high school. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it
He's a
reminds me
rich
of.
dude that like very obviously is like been on 4chan and
Yeah.
like kind of wants to cultivate that kind of, oh yeah, it's America,
It
free
bums me
speech,
out,
free
dude.
ideas, right? And like some aspects of those ideas I think can be good in terms of, you know, building towards progress and sharing ideas and having different viewpoints. But when it turns into just like shitlords being like, oh yeah, I can say racial slurs on the internet all I want to, right? Or I can be Donald. I was gonna say Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
I can be Donald Trump, right? And like threaten countries on Twitter, right? Or I can be Kanye West and say things about the Jews.
I can
like,
incite a riot and have people die at the insurrection.
yeah.
I've talked about this with Tim before about just how much I miss the days when we didn't know a whole lot about Elon. We didn't know about the diamond mines that he was given. Like, all that I knew just from the outside was that he had helped start PayPal. He's the owner and CEO of Tesla or whatever, and he would tweet stuff about Mass Effect.
Yeah. And Iron Man 2.
And he's like, he's like a Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And he was in Iron Man too.
Yeah, he was an Iron. Well, like at that time, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know who he was. I hadn't made that connection at that time. But it really felt like he was gonna be our Tony Stark, and it was like such a hopeful, cool thing. And I'd see him talk on videos, and he'd be talking about AI and stuff, and he just seems like such a normal dude on video and interviews. He seems so like soft spoken and so like well thought out. And then I don't know why he feels he has to be this other way.
Look,
It's
I'm
so
gonna-
annoying, dude.
I'm gonna say something that like is like, you guys know where I'm coming from with this, so it's like, please, there's the context there. But like, you really just got to take in the factor of like, everything you're saying is true. It's then just when you have that much power and that much attention on you, human beings are not built for that. And it's like, then when you have everyone pointing at you, yelling at you, doing everything wrong, you turn into an asshole. And I feel like that is like, I'm not excusing anything he's done. But
Remember
I'm
when
just
he
saying
said the
it
guy who was
sucks.
going to rescue the kids was like a sexual predator?
I think that was the beginning of
Honestly, that's a good point, Raj.
Yeah.
That may have been the start of like,
Like, oh shit,
What's
whoa,
wrong?
That
That's a
was
weird one.
thing for you to say.
yeah, what the fuck?
What's interesting?
Do you remember
like,
this? Do you remember this, Wes?
Very vaguely.
When all these kids were trapped in the mine, and
Yeah. Oh, it was the cave. It was the cave, right?
these
I
kids.
think I do remember
yeah.
this.
And then
kids were
he was
trapped
going
in
to
the
send in like submarines or something like that.
He was gonna
right?
he has like he was gonna
yes,
build.
I do remember
He was
this,
gonna
'cause he
build
was gonna
tech
do
to
it.
like go in there,
Yeah.
and then some guy who like I don't know, kind of
he
maybe
was the guy that was helping, trying to like save them.
yeah, he said that like he wanted to touch the kids and some shit.
What? No.
No, that's
Oh,
what
Elon
Elon
Musk was
said.
saying that about the
Sorry,
guy.
yeah, but like that guy, the spelunker,
Yeah,
was like, hey, that's gonna get everyone killed. Essentially, you can't build something that's tight, like small enough to fit into that thing, and people are gonna have a panic attack and die. And Elon got really upset by that response and then just started talking mad shit about him and just started being like, why is he even in Thailand? Probably a pedophile. It's like, oh, okay.
Christ.
yeah, it was really
Human
fucked
beings
up.
are fucking crazy, dude. Like, and fickle in the idea that I could see it being a thing of that first tipping point being just the pushback of, oh, people are coming at me, I'm gonna harden, right? Like I'm gonna become defensive, and I'm gonna look toward the people that are giving me the feedback that I'm looking for, right? Which in that
Oh,
case
yeah, I get
are
that.
probably gonna be the shitlords. It's probably gonna be the
Yeah,
people that are like, oh yeah, no, you're right. This guy is a pedophile. This guy is like. Those are the people that you hear being on your side, and so you start retreating to them, right? You start becoming like them. You start speaking to them more. That's what I think happens to a lot of these people, like even Kanye West, where he goes on to
Candace Owens and
well, I was gonna say that TMZ, right? And he says like slavery is a choice or whatever, right? And people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? But the people that aren't like that, or the people that aren't yelling at him and the people that aren't like responding to him negatively, right? The people that are responding to that positively are gonna be the again the shitlords, right? The people that he probably looks at as, okay, you guys get where I'm coming from, but those people are also the people you don't want to listen to.
yeah, you don't want to be associated with those people.
Yeah, it's like taking the idea of like, don't listen to your haters extremely progressively further and further,
Yeah.
and then you just go down the deep end. And that's what you see of Elon specifically. And I also don't think it helps that the guy works like 24 hours a day and doesn't sleep and openly talks about that. He like, did you see that video of him? Like, I think he was talking at a conference. They're like, so like, how do you deal with like Twitter and doing this? He's like, not well. I'm not doing well. Not doing well
he
at
was
all.
like my 40-hour work or my
Jesus.
55-hour work week is going to change into like an 80-hour work week probably now, or it was definitely way higher numbers than that.
Yeah.
But it's just it's such a bummer that like I just think fondly about those days when I looked at him as somebody that could lead the charge into like
pushing things forward.
Yeah.
Like, dude, all the things that they talk about are awesome. I mean, like, just Tesla's the cars as an idea. Like, dude, at the end of the day, when you look at cars and the history of our lives, of like where we came from the Model T, and that was before our lives, but like what we even know about of cars, right? To where we at when Priuses were first announced. And it was like, that's a weird thing. And then there just became the normal. And then Teslas eventually happened a decade later. And now electric cars are the normal. And it's like, this is all really good, important shit, right? Yeah. And even the tunnel to LA and all that stuff, like these are things, and the space missions and all this stuff, these are things that in the right hands should be fantastic and should be good.
Yeah.
But it's like, you need the right hands, you need the right eyes, you need the right mind, and you need all of those things to be supported by people that maintain those things and don't let them get corrupted. And I'm not even saying corrupted by politics or money or anything, but like even just by sheer
like the human
ego,
element, yeah.
the emotion of it all. Like it can't be on one person.
And I think Elon Musk seems like an example of like somebody who might be corrupted by all of it, right? Like there was correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like I've heard the story from somebody who heard the story, but like when he was pitching the transport system from like LA to New York.
Boring company.
Boring
So you're talking about like the underground freeway they were going to do in LA.
Yeah, that he pitched, or like somebody pitched, and then he pitched his own thing to like get in the way of the other thing.
So yeah, there was a lot of movement of like fast trains connecting major cities like San Francisco and LA.
A lot of movement.
And it wasn't just in California. It was kind of all over the place, and there were a bunch of bills going up, and then he started really pitching the Boring Company, which is the company he was going to use to like essentially make a freeway underneath LA for cars, and then a sub freeway under that for like what are the freight like
Trucks.
and like so what people are saying now is that he did that to like try to stop all the attention that the fast trains were getting.
But not just attention, I think because a lot of his a lot of the people paying for certain bills and stuff like that are on his side and are like, hey, that's going to fuck up our whole deal. We don't want trains and stuff like that. We need you to pitch a tunnel where a single vehicle can go under and you're still going to run into issues and stuff like that. But yeah, when all that stuff was happening, when the boring stuff was happening, like it was... The first couple of weeks of those announcements were so exciting.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
because of all the concept art.
Can we just think for a second that Elon Musk, this guy that we all now like are looking at, is like, like from Tony Stark to Thanos, essentially, and we're looking at this. That's
the name of a documentary right now.
Yeah, right. This man put out a flamethrower, and we're all like, cool.
Yeah, and then he did the thing where he was just like, he's like, it's not technically a flamethrower, but it's just the right amount, And then we're like, oh, this is great. Hell yeah, we'll fund your company. That was that. Yeah, you're right. Like that was that. And you're right. The concept art, because it was originally going to have magnets, right? It was going to like float or something like that. It wasn't just going to be a tunnel that was straight through. It was going to be like the super high speed.
It wasn't supposed to be a vehicle tunnel. It was supposed to be like a
public transportation, or not public transportation, but like mass transportation.
It had a cool name, like something loop,
Hyperloop.
Right?
Hyperloop.
Yeah,
It is
like
a cool name.
vacuum
What the hell's a loop,
sealed.
though?
What's a loop?
I mean, once you get on the side of TikTok that shows you how much it is in the public interest for us not to have public transit and for us to have cars and rely on cars, once you get on that side of TikTok, you get fucking like that version of red pilled or whatever. Once you get on that side of TikTok and you realize like all of the stuff that's happened in Congress to stop public transit and to double down on you need a car. Every family should have a car. Every person should have a car. Yeah. You just start to like you start to see through it, bro. I've been car pilled or whatever, whatever.
Yeah, it's like
Carfield.
there's this great meme where it's just like, all right, go for a walk, go outside sometime. And it's just like the view, and it's just a bunch of parking spots and just a highway right next to you. It's interesting. I've been watching a lot of videos of like Amsterdam and the way that they have set up their public transportation, and also just everything is bikeable. It just kind of makes you look through all the bullshit in America specifically of like, hey, you need a car to go to the supermarket everywhere all the time.
And how public friendly it is, and how they build so much of these sidewalks and bike lanes or whatever, and they're so focused on that safety, and it's like, let's build a bikeable bridge over this. Let's build, like, everything is like, with public transit in mind, and you just see so many of our cities. It's just like, it's not that. It's highways.
Yeah.
It's an hour commute everywhere you go. It's 45 minutes. And yeah, once you start to get to that side of TikTok, it really kind of makes you feel shitty about like where we're at,
Yeah. The other thing though is like, cars aren't all bad. And this is me doing a segue. So I'm joking here. This is a joke, segue, whatever.
Sponsored by Carvana.
A lot of times though, you're just like, when you have a car, right?
Oh.
And you're happy with the car. And then one day randomly you don't have the car. And on that day you wish you had the car more than anything.
I don't like
I was
this.
wondering if you were
don't
gonna
like
get here.
this.
I was like, what is this
I don't like this.
transition?
I thought this was an ad transition.
We're going to get to the story in just a second, but before we do that, let me tell you about more of our Patreon producers: Skylar Peterson, Casey Andrew, Elliot, Brian Cheney, Casey Curran, G. Greg, Trevor Starkey, Adam, Jacob Moy Felt, Super Daddy Kyle, who always makes me smile, Undertopian, David Mintel, Jordan from Kansas, Cameron Bowes, Jay Kolbs, David Huzenga, Jerkachu, Molecule, Nathan Lamoth, Monica Boomenlog, and Delaney Twining. Thank you all so very much. But for everyone else, here is some ads. Shout out to Shady Rays for sponsoring this episode. Look how cool I look. You too can look this cool without breaking the bank this holiday season. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that gives you the features of $200 shades for a fraction of the price, and a fraction of that price during their biggest Black Friday sale ever. The best part about Shady Rays is their insane protection program featuring lost and broken replacements. If you lose or break your shades on day one, they told us that they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. Dropped in the lake, off a cliff, anything. If you get the wrong style for yourself or someone else, no need to worry. Avoid the hassle and the forced thank yous with free 30-day exchanges and returns. You will either love the shades or Shady Rays will pay to ship them back. Act now for the best Black Friday selection. Redeem only at shadyrays.com, where you can find all their newest and best shades. Redeem only at shadyrays.com, where you can find all their newest and best shades. All right. Here we are.
You kind of hinted this.
Here we are, Andy Cortez. You were at home. We started this episode even with this. Andy was streaming from home today, so you got to miss the lunch adventures of the KindaFunny crew. KindaFunny running real slim today because a lot of people out for Thanksgiving stuff, a couple people not feeling so well. So the only people here right now are Cool Greg, Kevin, and us. All right, but Andy was at home for the beginning of the day. So we had Bless, we had Raj, we had me, we had Cool Greg, we had Kevin. First thing in the morning, me and Bless finish games daily. I walk into the office area. My brother looks at me and goes, Tim, what about some Jack in the Box today?
Whoa.
And I was like, I don't know. You know me. You know how I am about
You
things.
eat the regular fries,
Yeah.
you'll change your man.
But I was like, oh, it's interesting.
That's
But I
interesting.
was like, you know what? Fuck it. I haven't had Jack in the Box in a decade plus, probably.
Really?
Like yeah, probably.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you're
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Yeah,
That's
but I
wild.
mean, like, oh, big fan, big fan for sure. And I looked him straight in the eyes, and I was like, does the Jumbo Jack hold up? I need to know. I was like, yeah, let's do it. All right.
Like it's watching Can't Hardly Wait or American Pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it hold up?
Does it hold up, or did it do something problematic? so I was like, all right, cool, let's do this. And then, day goes on, we start doing some stuff. Eventually, it's getting close to lunchtime. Kevin walks by my desk and asked me something unrelated. And I was like, Kev, what do you think about Jack in the Box for lunch?
Wow.
And he's like, let's do it. And then I, at that moment, realized Gia took my car today. She dropped me off here. I don't have my car. So I was like, oh, cool. Can you drive, Kev? Yes, he can. We're all good. We stand up. We're about to leave. I make an announcement to the room. Hey, we're getting Jack in the Box. Who wants to come? And Roger Picorni, I've never seen a man more excited. Literally goes,
You were very excited.
it was the more like.
I was playing Neo 2 with my headphones on, and I was so confused about what Tim said to Roger.
What did Tim just say?
That's hilarious, and that's what he said to you that got that response.
Yeah, dude, he was losing his fucking
Like,
mind.
I thought you're like
Dude,
team one in the
it's-
World Cup or some shit.
I feel like it's hilarious because I was the only one that like understood the response. Because me and Roger have talked about Jack in the Box a lot. His father loves Jack in the Box.
a lot. Like,
Yeah.
Raj, how much does your father love Jack in the Box?
Okay, so my dad.
Man, we're getting lore right
Yeah,
now.
we're getting some lore. My dad, Roger Picorni Sr. We used to go to Jack in the Box he would say every day. Maybe every day to every other day when he was about like 18, 19.
Did he get the horny Picorni a lot too?
Yeah, I think he did. I'm sure he did. We can call him up later. But he.
Have you ever said the word horny to your father?
I'd rather die before that. I'd rather die before that.
But yeah, no, he loved Jack in the Box to the point where my mom said that like on their second date, he took her to Jack in the
Wow,
Box.
that's
Hell
how
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's how you know.
But then they all closed down on the East Coast, all of them because of an E. coli breakout on like in New York. So
Like a permanent shutdown.
yeah, all of them.
Andy, a kid died.
Yeah, so
it was
a
quite
kid-
sad.
So a kid died.
You don't think they just reopen it?
I gotta look
No,
this up.
all of them went down. So not only just New York, but like all of them down to Georgia. Like Georgia on the East Coast is like the closest
Holy
one you can get.
shit.
So my
Why
dad.
isn't that like the first thing that pops up on Google when I Google Jack in the Box? I feel like that should be
Yeah,
it's huge. The 1992 to 1993 Jack in the Box E. coli outbreak.
Yeah, it's huge.
I should have known.
It was a big one.
It has a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, it's a big one. So then my dad devastated by the E. coli, but also mostly because Jack in the Box
Oh my
went out of
God.
It
it.
meant so much to him.
Yeah.
Wait. The 1992 to 1993 Jack in the Box E. coli outbreak occurred when the E. coli bacteria killed 4 children
Oh, Jesus.
and infected 732 people across
Man,
4 states.
More than one. Jesus.
Oh, dude.
That's more than an outbreak.
But you're telling me that like
That's an epidemic.
Wait, do you guys think it's crazy that like the West Coast was like, it's fine. It's not a
I
big
mean,
deal.
but the thing I'm confused about is like you're telling me Jack in the Box is the only place buying these things from those places.
Yeah, I don't know the details.
Like
Well,
I
this
feel like that
article
would have
is
affected a
wild.
lot of people.
Well, yeah, but I gotta. I mean,
Wait, can I,
chains
I
and
gotta
shit.
continue this. The outbreak involved 73 Jack in the Box restaurants in California,
Oh.
Idaho, Washington, and Nevada, and has been described as, quote,
Wait.
far and away the most infamous food poison outbreak in contemporary history.
This is all the West Coast.
The majority of the affected were under 10 years old. 4 children died, and 178 others were left with permanent injury, including kidney and brain damage.
what the?
This reads like an Onion article.
Yo, E. coli does that? I don't know.
Dude,
I thought you just fucked your insides and you died.
so
or
I
something.
have no idea why New York and the East Coast got hit so hard.
On
What?
February 10th, 1993, newly inaugurated President Bill Clinton participated in a televised town meeting program from the studios of WXYZ in Detroit, Michigan. And then he fielded questions from the studio audience as well regarding the fucking E. coli outbreak from Jack in the
Wow,
Box.
dude. Yeah, so it was a big deal.
That's
Holy
massive.
they
shit,
all went
dude.
down.
I had no idea about this.
My dad, obsessed with the tacos. The tacos from Jack in the Box are his favorite tacos.
So that's not a new thing.
What?
I would have assumed tacos from Jack in the Box was something within
No,
the last like
no.
15 years.
He would
or
talk
something.
about the tacos ever since I was a little kid. He'd be like, tacos, Jack in the
Wow.
Box. He would look them up every like month or so. He would look up if there's a Jack in the Box, like a little bit of hope.
just in case.
Yeah, you would type it in and you get a little excited because then he would see like a pop-up and then it's like, oh, this is like 300 miles away or whatever it is.
That's me trying to see if Pizza Hut delivers to my place yet.
You're like, oh, ah. So then, but then one day he just kind of broke and he was just like, I'm gonna make them at home. So then for like, I would say like probably 6 months, every week, maybe twice a week, he would just make different like Jack in the Box and imitation taco recipes. They're deep fried and they have a slice of American cheese in them.
A slice of American cheese in these tacos, and all of a sudden it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
That
That's
sounds
what makes
so
them
weird
good.
to me, but I'm like, oh yeah, it does kind of have that taste.
Yeah.
That's why Jack in the Box tacos like don't really taste like tacos.
I've never had Jack in the Box tacos.
They're really, I mean, Jack in the Box tacos I think are the #1 2 a.m. drunk food. Of like, if you bring a bag of those tacos to a party and just show up, you are gonna be the star.
So that like actually in a weird way brings me to my story with Jack in the Box,
Oh.
which is I grew up in the Midwest. There weren't really Jack in the Boxes near me. I didn't really become aware of Jack in the Box until my sister moved to the Bay Area around 2015. Had Jack in the Box like once when we were moving her down in 2015, and that was it for me. I was like, okay, it's a restaurant. You know, it's fast food. It's cool. It's
Not
whatever.
sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. Except for that time we were sponsored.
Which will come up later in the story.
Oh, okay.
But some years later, right? Like my sister texted me. We were talking about Jack in the Box for whatever reason. She mentioned how like, oh no, I don't eat Jack in the Box anymore. Because one time when I went to the Jack in the Box in my neighborhood, I found a rat in my food, or like a rat tail. I found a rat tail in my food, and I was like,
Could just be a curly fry.
it could have been a curly fry. That looked weird.
thin curly fry.
But ever since she told me that, I was like, cool. I am never eating Jack in the Box ever again. Like never touching the stuff, and I didn't.
I mean, the rat has good taste too. Yeah.
I didn't eat Jack in the Box until D23 weekend, because me and my friends went out, had a good time. Did I get drunk? The answer is yes. What on the way home did we see a Jack in the Box and go, oh, let's get some Jack in the Box? The answer is yes. And since then, I've been addicted to Jack in the Box.
That's how it goes, dude.
I've been
It's
eating a
how it
lot of Jack
goes.
in the Box lately.
So Andy,
So Raj, we'll keep going about the taco, because at this point
Yeah.
it feels like Jack in the Box is like your Disney World.
Yeah, a little bit. But
Like it's this mythical place.
I will
you
say
know?
I had Jack in the Box. The last time I had Jack in the Box was when I was 16. I went to San Francisco for the first time to visit the IGN studio, just to like look, do a tour.
I want like
And-
a Willy
Hold on,
Wonka
and also-
recreation. I want a
What
Willy
year was
Wonka's
this?
chocolate
Yeah,
factory
exactly.
where like Jack is like the guy who like runs the place and Raj is like
He pops out of
"Granddad."
the
it was probably 2015.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
So when he was 16, it was 2015. Just wow.
And when my
There's a
dad
golden piece of sliced cheese at the taco. Keep going. sorry.
and my dad took me there, but his one condition was we're eating Jack in the Box. And I was like, okay. But he didn't prepare me for how much we were going to eat Jack in the Box.
Oh my
We
God.
stayed there for 2 days. We ate at no other restaurant other than Jack in the Box.
Is he your dad or is he still like Mike's dad?
That's so
I don't know
funny.
if it's fair to call it a restaurant.
Eating establishment.
Yeah, and I would be like, hey, like there's like a great like taco place right there. He's like, you know,
Nah,
we can
man.
get some Jack in the Box. Yeah, we didn't even eat breakfast. I think we'd eat breakfast. We bought like some granola or whatever, and then he'd be like, early lunch, early lunch for Jack
I
in the
love
Box.
it. I love the energy. I'm so in.
Yeah, so then I had that when I was 16, and then I recently had, I think, one taco when you went to Jack in the Box once.
Yeah,
Because you already immediately were like, when we started working in the studio, you were
Yeah.
like, fuck the rat. I'm
Yeah,
getting a
no,
Jack
it's
in the
like,
Box.
no, I'm getting Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
And I was like, you want anything? You're like, oh, give me the tacos.
But I've never been to a Jack in the Box since I was 16 years old.
So
Yeah.
ever since we did that sponsorship, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll eat some fast food. I love fast food. I haven't had Jack in the Box in years at this point, but fuck it. And I kind of like don't think fondly of that sponsorship because I've eaten it so much since that sponsorship.
It ruined you.
Because like not only is it late night food, but it's so close by that it's really, really good when it gets delivered.
And it's 24/7.
Yeah.
And also, for some reason
Yeah.
I thought that like the curly fries were the do or die. You get curly fries or nothing.
Because
And
they
that's-
are.
But dude, Blessing, let me tell you, try out the normal fries too. Because I accidentally got sent normal fries, and I was like, these aren't fucking curly fries, goddamn. I was like, oh my god, these are amazing.
No
bro.
way.
Amazing.
No
dude.
way.
And let me tell you, amazing.
Okay.
But recently they got rid of the spicy tendies off the menu. Really, really sad. So I just been getting normal tendies instead. I'm so stoked for whenever the spicy tendies come back.
Oh, they'll be back. And again, that comes to the story as well. In some,
okay.
We'll kind of use it in some roundabout way. But all right, here we are, Andy. We're excited. It's like cool group activity. And so we all stand up, Raj jumping up and down. And it's like, cool, let's go.
Cartwheels.
Bless, who has been interrupted no less than 18 times today, and I feel so bad. He's just trying to play Neo.
I'm just trying to play some Neo
He's
too,
just-
man.
He has his headphones
And the
on.
game doesn't pause
He's just trying to
either.
play. And yeah.
Tim's like walking up to me, telling me things, and I'm like still fighting.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just did something in Pokemon. I'm like, I need to tell you, I just did this here. And like, it's just a disaster. But anyway, I go up to him one last time, and I'm like, Bless, we're going to Jack in the Box. You in? And there was immediate excitement. And I was like, oh, I didn't expect that. I thought he was going to be like, oh, finally, I can fucking chill here and play some Neo, whatever. And he's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm in. And I was like, cool. I was like, also, we can just bring it back for you. Like, it's cool. And I was like, also, we have 5 people. Like, that's all that we're gonna have to get in this car. Like that's the whole ass car. It's Kevin's car. You know, let's figure this out. But I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. And it was like, cool, it's party time now. Cool Gray's getting his dream. He's getting his Jack in the Box. What a good day this is going to be. We walk out in the parking lot. Immediately, it's like, that hesitation of like, oh shit, we made a mistake, right? And no problem. Kevin didn't plan. Kevin didn't know that 5 people were going to be in his car today. So he has to go, hold on. I got to clean the back seat. There's a lot of dog hair in it, which makes total sense. Yep. So Kev starts vacuuming, starts like doing the whole thing. So immediately, no one's fault.
Real quick. Very shocked that no one made fun of me for having a vacuum in my car.
Dude,
it makes sense. It makes sense.
All right.
Yeah,
I was very pleased. I was like, no one's.
I want to clear, Kev, like this part, I'm just like setting the stage. There's nothing here I'm actually like making fun of you about.
Was it at least
I don't like
handheld?
this. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a handheld vacuum.
Because part of me expected like a.
I know. It's not plugged into the studio.
It's a very nice Dyson
Industrial
It is a
vacuum.
nice one. It is a nice one.
Kev's vacuuming and literally, hey, just give me a sec, guys. And it's like, okay, cool. I love this already. Like, here we go, adventure
Cecil's
time.
also, he is currently heavy shedding. So the back was like, it was cleaned last Tuesday because I had some other people in the car, and like it was bad.
So then there's been a couple moments, but today specifically, like even before this, there's been moments where something happens, mostly involving Kevin, whether it's a sound or a noise, those are the same thing, an action, whatever it is, where Raj just looks over and like we just make eye contact immediately, and Raj just starts laughing. And I'm just like, I can just tell that now whenever Kevin does something, Raj looks at me to see my reaction. And I'm like, this is horrible. Like, I do not like this. I have my big ass monitor in front of me. I'm kind of hidden, and I see Raj kind of peeking over like, what's Tim gonna do to this?
After the Gamescast had happened yesterday, when we're all just, I'm making the thumb, Roger's working on something, Tim's at his, so we just hear, oh, fuck!
Remember before Kind of Feudy that we were recording yesterday, where like Kevin's trying to start the show and doesn't know how like the fade works.
No one gave me any explanations on how.
And it's almost as if no one tried to. It's almost as if somebody didn't start to tell you what to do, and you said, "Oh, all of a sudden, Roger knows everything."
But still, what he said didn't make sense. That's why I said that.
It was the best moment of karma for me because he just talked so much shit and then he just for 30 minutes trying to figure this out.
I heard what you said, but it didn't make any sense.
Because you didn't listen. He said half a sentence, and then you started talking shit to him.
Remember the part where like Kev didn't really give us the warning for the intro, and then did the intro, and the intro cut super early, and we're sitting there like, all right, and I try to start the show, and then Kevin like interrupts, and then we just start kicking it for like 30 seconds, and Kevin's like, all right, are we gonna run it back? Like, you guys want to continue? We're gonna run it back. I'm like, Kevin, are we in the show? Or are we not in the show?
So we're dealing with like it's that level of like hey, that this work is what it is. We understand what this place is, how it all goes. Just have fun. It's fine. So Kevin's here vacuuming the backseat of his car, and again, we're all just accepting of this. This is what it is. It's okay. I will say it was very funny to see Kevin vacuuming and then just pounds of fluff being thrown out of the car, and I just see Roger look at me, give me the one.
Like he's emptying out a teddy bear or some shit.
Like, I swear to God, Kevin Raj just like looks at me, doesn't say anything as this fluff is fucking going. I look away from Raj. I'm like, I'm not indulging in this. I'm not. I was like, Tim, just stay. Immediately I go into full panic. I'm just like, I said yes to this. In fact, I initiated this. Like,
my fault.
I could have just not done any of this, but here I am. There's now 5 of us in this fucking car. Like, we're about to go to Jack in the Box, which is 3 blocks away. This is okay. We're gonna get Jack in the Box. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna eat in. We're not even doing the drive-thru. This is gonna be fun for everybody. I haven't had lunch with these guys in a long time. This is gonna be great. We get to the Jack in the Box 3 blocks away, and like narrowly missing 3 to 4 car accidents in 3 blocks.
Kevin's driving like Kevin.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm not driving any.
Honestly, that's okay. You probably shouldn't be. You probably shouldn't be. So we're just like, fucking goddamn. There's like so much tension and stress.
Erratic at that point.
So we get to the Jack in the Box. We see it, right? And it's not looking good. Oh, no.
Fucking pandemonium.
I don't think I've ever seen more cars around.
But it was all white pickup
Yeah,
trucks.
it looked
Giant white pickup trucks.
It looked like a convention for construction workers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really did.
So the
we're
construction
like-
workers had the same moment we had about Jack in the Box, where they looked at each other, Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box, and
But
literally
like, they
every
outnumbered
construction
us
worker in the city. So like
But
the
they were,
parking
like,
lot.
There was one
Each
person in
thing
every one of those
everybody.
buildings that jumped up.
Dude, straight up. The parking lot was, I'm not even joking about this at all. No exaggeration. You guys all saw this. The parking lot was so full that it wasn't even just the parking spots. It was the entire parking lot. It was full with trucks. So this was like, they knew what they were doing. They had taken over this Jack in the Box. So we're just like, oh, well, this is hopeless. So we're like, but maybe though we'll be able to just walk in and get the food and like figure it out. Maybe there's a table. Like this might be okay. And I politely raised my hand and I was like, shall I do some recon, gentlemen? Shall I go in, see what's going on? That got shut down. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Kevin implies we're about to pull over and park and check on the situation for a second when there's like a parking spot like 5 feet ahead of us, right? And then somehow it goes from let's do that to, oh, there's another Jack in the Box. It's not that far.
Didn't you say there's you're
I slightly suggested the idea of like, oh, is there another Jack in the Box nearby? But that was never committed to.
and Tim was like, yes.
Yes.
The one by Hickey. I was like, oh, let's go then.
But there was an order of operations of let's at least check this one off the list. You know what I mean? Right, am I right?
No, you're 100% right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So-
under the impression that you're gonna get out the car.
But it
and
was
go
the
check
normal,
Jack in the
it was
Box.
the thing where Kevin just was not listening to us at all. He was just talking. And it was just like, fuck, we're not going to go to the Jack in the Box, are we? But then it was like, all right, you know what?
But like, I don't think we realized that until we pulled up to the light, and I was like, I guess we're not
I
going.
guess we're not doing this. All right. So we go.
I guess we're going to a second Jack in the Box today.
There wasn't any parking. Like, I was looking for a spot. I flipped a bitch. I was like, there's no fucking...
I hate that term. Wait, is that an SF colloquialism?
It
Like,
is.
It is.
is.
Okay.
It is.
I've never
It
heard
is.
this.
I
never heard
It was a
either.
local thing.
Yeah, but like we're not supposed to say it anymore. You know what I mean? We never should have said it. But
I always wonder where that was from. I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
I've never
that-
I
heard
thought it was
that.
just a Snowbike Mike
I
thing,
do
and then I
too.
heard Kevin say it, and I thought that maybe he just got
it means
from Kevin.
U-turn. It means U-turn.
Yeah.
U-turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we go to the other Jack in the Box, which admittedly is not that far away.
No.
So I made the
Totally
call. I was like, you know what? Okay, cool. Let's do it. It's fine. It's not worth the conversation anymore. Let's go there.
I
It'll be
did
cool.
offer to go back. When you guys were all like, oh, I didn't know we weren't going to stop. I was like, I U-turn. No, I didn't? All right.
Wait, how crazy would it be to go back? We had already started making our way to the second Jack in the Box.
I don't remember this.
These are all places you can U-turn easily. Like, when I hit that first turn, everyone realized we were going.
See, okay, no, guys,
already
wait.
started on our
This
way.
is
Should
why
I
I
go
look at
back?
Tim. This is
Yeah.
why I look at
No.
Tim, because of this space.
It's like, yes, Kevin. Yes, we could have. And yes, you did say that we can go back. But at that point, for the Jack in the Box that we already knew had a slim chance of us getting in, it's like, let's just go to the other one because there's more of a chance because we're already on the way.
We
I
already
don't know why
committed.
we're already on the way to this one, but we are, so let's just deal with it. We get to the other one.
So you had after one block, I was like, all right, my bad, I can turn back.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm just getting made fun of because I just went.
I mean, that's...
I offered to fix the situation, but now you're just making fun of me because I just went.
No, that's not what it is at all. That's
right.
I mean, that's not what it is. We're all here in agreement that that's not what it is, right?
That it is what?
It's not that we're just making fun of him. It's that
No.
he was not listening to the situation.
No, we're not making fun of him.
whatsoever.
There was a
all right,
skipping of order of
Sure,
operations.
Yeah.
I missed that operation, but I offered to fix it.
I
I
know,
was
but-
like, I can fix this.
But I think we already committed too
But that's
hard.
the thing. The point is, at that point, that fixing was a worse option than the solution of just going to the next one.
I mean, all right.
That's what we're saying. So, like, you did offer to fix it, but like, we decided that's not the best solution anymore. Let's try the second one. So we get to the second place, hoping it's just gonna fucking nip this in the butt.
And it's looking promising.
And it's looking so promising. We're like,
Yeah,
oh,
there's no
my
construction
God.
workers there.
No construction. Empty parking lot. This is fantastic. We park. We're just talking shit. We're giddy. We're laughing and stuff. Like, oh, what a funny time. Whatever. We walk up to the place. There's no one in there. It's like, oh, dude, seats for days. This is great. They're clearly open. It's fine. Go to open the door, and it's locked. It just doesn't.
But a
the
weird
door
lock.
doesn't open.
Yeah.
What's the lock, Raj?
It's like a plastic bag that was wrapped around.
Yeah, it was tied the inside. So like, it's not like they locked the door. They tied it down so
Yeah.
you couldn't open the door.
They're barricading themselves from zombies? Or what?
That's what it felt like with a single plastic bag, double
Like a CVS?
And honestly,
Yes.
honestly, it worked. Like
It
I
worked.
couldn't open that door.
Couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Couldn't get in.
on
But it
that.
was the side door. So we're like, okay, Not that big of a deal.
they
It's
just want
probably the
us
other door.
They want us to come through the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go to the front, and that doesn't open either.
So we go to the front, doesn't open, and it's like we're just like great. We're in a kind of funny podcast topic. Like here we go. And so it's like we're standing there defeated. Meanwhile, Cool Greg hasn't said a word this entire time.
Not in the car, not nowhere.
He's just like I just wanted some fucking Jack in
I'd
the
be
Box.
so sad if
And-
like I'd be so miserable if Nick was there too. It
Oh my
would have
God.
been
No,
a variable.
I think we would have gone back home. I don't
And
think we made it.
so now we're standing here, and I'm looking at this, and I'm just like, all right, like, we are an hour and a half, whatever, away from recording this show that we're doing right now. We have things to do. Plus, has to play Neo, like all of this shit. All right, and I'm just like, let's just go. Let's just figure this out. Maybe let's do some other options.
Yeah.
Let's just get drive-through. Let's go home. Like, this is
Because the
drive-thru.
options here are like, yeah, there is a drive-through that is open. There are people as
Yeah.
workers in this Jack
Yeah.
in the Box. For whatever reason, we
So-
still don't know. It was just closed.
Yeah, I was looking in the window and I was opening the door and I was making eye contact with somebody. I was like, hey, like, open the door.
fucking see you.
Yeah. And then she just kept on going.
Oh,
Which
drive
is,
through.
yeah, so she was doing the drive motion with the wheel.
Oh, okay.
And so as that's happening,
yeah.
we're having a discussion of what are we doing? There's a Chevy's around. There's like all this other stuff. So we're talking about options. All right. This is where if this story is already a lot, it just kind of now, from us standing in this group outside of our second Jack in the Box, turns into a kind of choose your own adventure where multiple plots start at the same time when probably none of them should have ever started. But the introduction of the idea that Kevin has left a jacket at one of his friend's house
The way I forgot about this part of the story.
gets introduced. And he's like, oh, there's a third Jack in the Box that we can go to. And, oh, if we go to that Jack in the Box, I can go to my friend's house and get my jacket. And we're all like, no, we are not turning it into that
The
plan.
jacket was mentioned right from the back. When we first left, I was like, oh, I got my jacket at my friend's house. I'm gonna go get it.
That's true.
That's
Okay,
true.
yeah.
He did mention it very
mentioned
early.
the jacket
I
very
mentioned
early
from the
on.
beginning.
But he reinforced it. He reinforced
kept
it in that
bringing
moment.
up
Well,
this
now it's
fucking
like, well, if
jacket.
we go to the third one, like, we can go to this to get my jacket.
Well,
and we're
at
just
that
like,
point-
no.
at
And at that
that
point, I'm
point-
finding we shouldn't even go to the third Jack in
The
the Box.
third one is legitimately 5 minutes from my friend's house.
So, yes. So Andy,
And I'm
here we
like,
go.
This is fucking perfect.
Here we go.
I was gonna drop you guys off and then go. This is perfect.
It's 5 minutes from my friend's house. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, we should just get the drive-through and go back.
Yeah.
Like, this is what
I should have known the jacket was gonna pop up in the third act. I should have known.
you should have known, dude. The jacket in the box. So we're here, and I'm just like, all right. At this point, Blessing's hungry. I've heard Blessing say, guys, I'm just really hungry. No less than 5 times.
Yeah.
All right?
Like, I'm
He's
down
like,
for
I just-
whatever.
He's
Like, it could
down.
be Jack in the
He's
Box.
fading
It
away.
could be Carl's Jr. And like I was spewing Carl's Jr. hate. It could be Carl's Jr. I would have eaten whatever.
Meanwhile, during all of this, while we're trying to call a Jack in the Box, I'm looking in
Wait.
the window. Oh, you want to say
So,
that?
yeah. Literally, we've called the first Jack in the Box trying to see. No, sorry. We were at Jack in the Box number 2 after Roger tried to talk to the people inside, and they were like, no, drive-through only. Roger's like, I'm going to call the first one just to see maybe we can go back and get in. And so he calls, and Roger's just so upset. He's just like, oh, it's off the hook. It's off. The phone's off the hook. And he's so mad. So then Roger, he's seriously, he goes like this. On the phone, gets off. He's just so like perturbed about it. He's just, the phone's off the hook. Jack in the Box. He walks up. He walks up to the window of the second Jack in the Box again. Prayer hands, begging for them to let us in.
Desperate, you know? Desperate.
It runs in the family, dude.
I didn't want to go to this third Jack in the Box because I knew we were gonna get a fucking jacket.
So we're all just like, oh, okay, fuck. And so then it turns into the conversation of, all right, how do we handle this? What do we do? And then it turns into the classic Tim and Kevin conversation of him being like, the third Jack in the Box isn't that far. I'm like, it's near Tanfran. And like,
But it's also the thing of like, the further we get toward the line of Jack in the Boxes, the further we get from the studio.
exactly. So it's like, it's not that far or whatever. And it's like, and we look it up, it's like 9 minutes away. And I'm just like,
We're in San Jose now.
and I hit a
That's
point.
the joke about saying,
Oh,
if this
God.
keeps going on, we're gonna be in LA. Like, we're gonna be in LA looking for a Jack in the Box.
So it hits a point where it's like, I was like, I just don't want to argue anymore. Like, who gives a fuck? Fine. But yes, 9 minutes then just means now it's double that to get back and whatever.
Yeah.
So we started doing the 9 minutes, and then it's like, at this point, it's like, cool. good times again. It's all fine. We're going to our third Jack in the Box. There's no way this fucks us. We start driving, and then all of a sudden we're in the freaking residential area of something. And I'm just like,
you start looking around,
Andy,
and it's just like
Andy,
fucking like.
I was very clear to them. We got in the car and said, I'm going to go to my friend's house.
No,
to get my
you're not.
jacket."
You're not fucking there. No,
I definitely said that.
We decided.
I'm
We
gonna go
decided
get
we
my
just wanted
jacket.
Jack in the Box.
No,
Nobody
no.
gave you permission
I
to go
know
get this
this
jacket.
group. I know this group. I know that as soon as they've gotten their food, they're gonna be like, "Let's go to the studio." And
Yeah,
fuck that
yeah,
noise.
because you're being an asshole.
I'm not being an asshole. I said it.
When you said you're going to do something, we're all like, no, don't do that. Just because you said it doesn't make it okay.
And
Because I drove, it makes it okay.
No, it doesn't.
I want to say at some point when you first make the turn into the residential area, I think Roger might have been like, "Oh, that's a weird place for Jack in the Box."
And so it's like, great, we're getting the goddamn
And as soon
jacket.
as Roger said that, I was like, "No, I'm gonna go get my jacket."
So in the residential
Like, I wasn't
area,
hiding it.
almost get into 3 more car accidents.
No, you
Go get
didn't.
this
Don't
fucking
lie.
MacGuffin.
You had to pull a U-turn. You got the wrong address.
So
Shot it by a little bit.
we eventually get the jacket. All right.
It's like 6 minutes to drive.
Okay,
To be clear, it's like 6 minutes driving before we get into the residential area, and all of us are like, "Oh yeah, we're just going to Jack in the Box." Kevin's not said a word at all this whole
That's
time
not true.
about
I
getting a
said-
jacket.
He's trying to
not true.
secure the nuclear football.
When we got in the car, I was like, "I'm going to Steph's. I'm gonna go get this jacket."
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you guys just
No, I
weren't
heard
listening.
it, and I said, don't.
That's the issue, Kevin, is that he said don't, and then instead of being like, I'm still
Then
going to
he
do it,
should've
you just shut up
driven.
about it, and then we all kind of assumed that you listened to him. So that was the issue, I think.
Because it was all of us doing a similar thing, and you were just not giving a fuck at all.
When I tell you that at one point we are parked at the front of this person's driveway, like car halfway out the street because the driveway is already populated with cars. And like Kevin, like, have you ever like your mom's driving you to a place and like leaves all the kids in the car because they're only gonna be gone for 2 minutes? That's what it felt like. Where Kevin turns off his car, walks up to this person's front door, and me, Tim, Roger, and Coolring are just sitting in this car that's halfway out the
Kevin
street.
walks inside. Door closes.
I don't know if you've seen the episode of Atlanta where what's Paperboy goes to the barber, and the barber just takes him on all these side quests. That's what it felt like. We were just sitting there, and we're like, you don't want to be here right now.
About that.
I know, I'm redoing the joke.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
redoing the
I-
joke. That wasn't a
Oh,
podcast.
that's so funny, dude.
Yeah, so you got the jacket pretty fast.
So then eventually we get the jacket, we get to the Jack in the Box, and
It's on
find
the
it.
same street, just like
It was
5
a
minutes the other way.
detour.
Oh, we're doing this
yeah.
whole like street. Is it that far away? Is it down the street or is it 24
It
minutes
is one of
away?
those situations.
So we finally get to the Jack in the Box, and like, Raj, take it from here. Like, what was the experience?
Oh, I think it was a pretty solid experience, right?
But then,
Like-
now it goes off of the Kev side of things into just the world of Jack in the Box. Us looking at this menu, just being bewildered by it. Like, so earlier I said, oh, we'll come back of the spicy. No, Jack in the Box don't give a fuck, man. Like, they're Jack in the Box. They're a burger place. They've had tacos the whole time. That's like a weird thing, but it's their thing. Jack in the Box tacos.
They got fucking
we get that.
teriyaki chicken, bro.
Well,
They
yeah,
do.
and an egg roll.
Wow.
And
Wild.
they get to the point now where their options are just so ridiculous, where it's like we start looking every menu item. On the front of it, they have the munchie meal. Kev, can you look up the munchie meals?
Oh my God, the munchie meal.
The first thing that got me before the munchie meals was they have mini tacos. And I go, oh, that's fine. But then they have loaded mini tacos where they treat them like they're loaded fries. So you just have a bunch of tacos that have nacho cheese just dipped on top of them.
They treat tacos like popcorn chicken.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
It's fucking insane. I
That's
was like,
awesome.
this is there's no God here.
Do you remember the name of the slop?
Oh,
Because that's another image we got to bring up of this Jack in the Box item that is just
what
like.
was it? Oh,
was-
fuck.
it was
Oh,
something
oh,
box.
it's
fan fave.
what's that?
The fan fave.
Yeah, the
meal.
fan fave. We gotta pull this up because it's just a
This is
brown.
the first thing.
This is the what is this?
This the munchie meals.
No, this wasn't it. Was it?
I mean,
Yeah, it says munchie meals in the back.
Oh, I guess so. It looked way worse. Oh, that image on the left of the $5 one, the one, yeah, the circular one.
this one.
Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, it was just. I actually don't
It was
know.
way
what-
messy.
Yeah, it was way
It
messy.
was way messier on like in the images, and also like the description of what was in it. I think was the thing that got us too, because it's like the names of these items are fucking insane. Like they definitely know the audience they're speaking to. Because this is the
Oh, sorry.
Oh, they know it's all a bunch of stoners, late night people.
The exploding cheesy chicken, loaded nuggets, brunch burger, stacked grilled cheese burger, and then they have. it's just nuts. Like when you see that, you just see this menu, and you see that it's not just a burger place, it's not just a taco place, and then you see the egg roll, and you're like, I don't know where I'm at, but I'm down for the adventure.
Oh my God.
What-
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a burger and taco. And I was going to get the curly fries, and I did get the curly fries, but then they offered me the regular fries by accident, and I should have taken them because I didn't like the curly fries.
You didn't like the curly
I
fries?
think they were fine.
Oh, I love the
The
curly
regular fries look good.
I'm telling you, like, if you try the regular fries, the curly fries is the star of the show. The regular fries should not be overlooked ever. After having
Really?
them recently,
Oh, so this is the slop.
This is
which is
they got cinnamon bites in there. Churros.
they got so it's a box with all in the same box. You're getting those curly fries.
Yeah,
You're getting
curly
curly
fries.
fries.
Onion
you're getting
rings.
onion rings. You're getting mini tacos, and you're getting churros.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
I don't want the sugar near my salty stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like who the fuck is this for? This is called the fan fave.
yeah, I guess so, right?
Yeah.
Who's like a fan of this?
No,
Whose favorite
I
item
can
is
see
this?
that this
all of these things are good. It's
they're
just,
good.
Yeah.
I just don't want the sugar near my stuff.
Oh, that's not my issue. I would love that. I
That's
think
my,
that
that's
makes
my
everything
issue.
better.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I
why are
feel-
you putting
I feel
churros
like-
in my curly fries?
I feel like it sounds bad, but I bet you it tastes pretty good.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
I bet
No,
you the
'cause
curly
I-
fries with some cinnamon and sugar on them, maybe not as bad as you think.
No, because I've definitely had like a savory thing cooked on a grill where something sweet had just been cooked, and you can kind of taste the leftover stuff. I don't want the sweet stuff near my salty stuff.
Really?
Put the churros separately. I'm totally down to fuck all of that thing up.
Yeah.
Tony, don't overlook the regular fries. That's a word of advice to everybody.
Just
You
in general?
have the regular fries at Jack in the Box are fucking
So
like.
are they
Wait,
spiced or are they just
no, they are not.
really good
They are
fries?
not seasoned in the way that the curly fries
Yeah.
are. They just have their whatever oil they're using is super good. I'm telling you, the normal fries at Jack in the Box, we need to have a conversation about their rank because the hierarchy of the fries power rankings are about to change. Wow. For fast food. I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
Telling you right now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I had a good experience with my food at Jack in
Oh,
the
I had
Box.
an amazing one. Yeah.
Bless kind of his eyes were a little bit too big.
Yeah. So bless.
My eyes were the exact right size.
Okay,
Bless,
what did you get?
What did you do?
So I was looking at the menu, and there were multiple things that were speaking to me. When we made our way to Jack in the Box Part 2, they had the window display of the, what was it? Was it the Extreme Burger?
No,
Or
it
was
was
it
the
Ultimate?
bacon ultimate
The
cheeseburger.
bacon. Oh my God!
The number
bacon,
7.
The bacon ultimate cheeseburger on
that
the
you remember
display.
that.
The number 7 looked incredible on the display.
That display did its job. It sold 2 bacon
Yeah,
cheeseburgers.
it looks so fucking good on that display, and that's like I think that's what really started the oh man I'm fucking hungry thing right now.
Yeah.
Like I need food in me right now. And so I knew I was gonna get that, and I was gonna get the combo. But also at Jack in the Box number 2, there was another thing on another display that was the iced hot cocoa.
Yeah.
The iced hot cocoa.
Dunkin'
which,
Donuts did something similar to this a while ago.
and like what
I'm getting like
Iced
some
hot cocoa
contradicting-
milkshake.
Yes,
milkshake. Sorry, milkshake. I should that's
So it was
important.
like hot cocoa flavored.
and that
it was
was
like
Iced hot
coffee ice cream.
cocoa, dairy-free milkshake.
But that's the thing that grabbed my attention at first. I guess my eyes were bigger than my stomach when I
Yeah, when
remember
I'm
the
thinking about that,
milkshake,
yeah.
Because I was like, what is an iced hot? Like what does
Yeah.
that look like? Like that those are two different things.
Yeah.
And then you put it together, they're like, okay,
The
cool.
fire
it's a-
type, ice type. It's crazy.
Exactly. Like the hot cocoa is the flavor, the ice is the state of matter, right? And so I'm
Sure.
like, cool. I want to get the iced hot cocoa milkshake. So I get there and I knew.
But meanwhile, an important note about you and your body in relation to.
I am lactose intolerant.
So just
This is true. So I get that. I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, all right, I want to get the number 7. I want to get that with the milkshake because now I'm here to splurge. Like I'm hungry enough, and also I've been through enough to where I feel like I deserve.
We're running
this.
up a check.
Into the trash.
I
did
spent
this
47 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing the longest lunch ever. But then I also, what catches my eye is the breakfast menu because I don't think I realized that there was a breakfast menu at Jack in the Box, and the breakfast menu is extensive. And one of the things on there is the extreme sausage burger or sandwich.
That looked really good.
And it looked really good on the menu, and I was like, "Fuck, I kind of want to try that too." And so I did a thing that I rarely
Extreme
do.
sausage burger.
Yeah,
The
it's like
sausage is like a patty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
breakfast sausage.
breakfast.
Oh, okay,
so,
okay, sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's breakfast sausage, some eggs on there. Yeah, it's like everything you expect on
okay.
it.
Egg McMuffin.
Yeah,
but
yeah, totally,
Jack in the
totally.
Box.
Yeah, but Jack in the Box. So I see that, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something I usually don't do. I'm gonna get a combo plus a sandwich plus a milkshake, right? So I get I get the number 7.
Sounds good, yeah.
I get the curly fries. I get the milkshake. I get the sausage sandwich. And yeah, that's my whole order. And I ate most of it.
Yeah,
and not
you
only did he eat most of it, I really respect this
was
about
good.
you because I do similar things and people call me out for it. We look over at Bless, and from the jump, from the giddy up, as some say, he's chowing down on 2 burgers at once. Like this motherfucker
You went full cartoon
Oh,
mode on it?
Because I knew like if I ate one and then the other, I'm not gonna eat much of one.
Yeah.
And so it's easier for me to go back and forth. That way I'm getting the best of both worlds. I'm eating both sandwiches equally.
So there's a lot going on, Andy.
Yeah, it
all right.
sounds like it.
And we're here, and it's like we're now at the point where we're ordering, we're getting our food. Like this feels like such a win for everybody involved. Like nothing can go wrong, and nothing did go wrong. But there was no monster taco, which was
No,
Roger's
that's
one
an
thing.
issue.
So this is like the illustrious, the legendary weapon that his dad's told him about.
Yeah, my dad told me last time.
master sword.
Yeah, literally. I sent an image of the last time that Blessing picked me up a taco. I sent an image to my dad, and he was like, "That looks great." Next time though, get the monster taco if they're in season, because those are fucking bananas.
So not monster taco season.
Not monster
So
taco
they
season.
didn't have that.
It's like, according to my watch, we're about 17 days off, 40 hours.
Exactly. So we're here, and like honestly, we're at the point where we're at that fun delusional level of like we've just had an adventure together. Like
It's legit
like,
the end of Harold and Kumar. Like we're just sitting there eating our food.
It's like we're
Credits
just so
are
happy.
rolling.
But like even just looking at the menu, like everything's funny to us. Everything just has something, and I swear to God, it just kept. Yeah, there's those monster tacos. It just kept like escalating to like everything added to the point that eventually I looked down and like there's a hidden menu of this munchie meal, and I'm telling these guys like you need to see what's on this because they're just putting words together and like it looks good. I'm not hating on it at all, but it's like what a random collection of things, whatever. And we eventually get our food, and then they don't give us any sauces or ketchup or anything. And I was like, oh damn, I definitely want some. So I go back to like ask like to get some sauce, and we do this as a group now. So now we have this big ass group of people, one by one, asking them for fucking sauces. They start giving out all the sauces. They were great. God bless
great
these
sauces.
Jack in the Box people. Like, yeah, the sauces too. But they have so many fucking options of sauces, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, can I get a ranch? Can I get some ketchup? And can I get the spicy sauce? Guy comes up to me. It's so much shuffle. People running around throwing sauces left and right. The guy comes up to me and he goes, Which spicy sauce do you want? I go into full panic mode because I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Which
like,
spicy sauce?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, holy shit. Okay, like.
Yeah, there's a menu right in front of him
but I
of
was
all
like,
the sauces.
There's one that said spicy, so I assumed it was that. But I guess there's others that said it. I don't know. And I was like, I want this one. And Roger's standing next to me. And I look at the name. The name of this sauce, to make it different than the other spicy sauces. This one's called the Spicy Good Sauce.
That's my favorite thing in fast
They
food.
know their audience.
It's like the absolute dumb names that they give to menu items because like you say them out loud and you feel embarrassed every single time.
And I wouldn't be embarrassed about that. Like, I don't care. But for some reason,
Yeah, good.
I'm sitting there
showed
and I say spice. I'm going to say it. And as I'm about to do
Voice
it,
cracked.
Kev, give me the one again. This is what I see. Roger just fucking looking at me. I'm like, now I'm self-conscious.
Because I went through that experience right before you and you didn't see it. And I handled it of like, I didn't say good. I refused to say good. So I pointed at it. I was like, this spicy one right here. And I wanted to see what he would do.
That's spicy, good.
So I go, the spicy good sauce. The space between the goods was just enough for
An
this
eternity.
motherfucker to start cracking up.
You wanted the spicy good sauce.
God. What an adventure.
I need to know because I ended up not having my milkshake because I did have the moment of clarity of I shouldn't have this right now.
Yeah, you'll die.
I'm having 2 different sandwiches.
I
From
will
Jack
say
in the
the
Box.
first
If I
20
smother that in
Well, you
milkshake,
said you bought that shit back with you? It's in the fridge or what?
no,
No,
I
I gave it to
gave it
Roger.
to Roger.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but I would say the first 20 minutes of this podcast, I was fighting the In-N-Out. I mean, the Jack in the Box. I felt it in my throat. I was like, this is gross. Okay, now we're
Jack's
good.
Box.
How was the hot cocoa?
It's fine. That's fine. It tastes. It's
Just tastes like a chocolate milkshake.
yeah, exactly.
pretty
With a
much.
little bit of the hot cocoa element to it, but it's fine.
I'll tell you what, I feel like anytime I go back to Texas at the Houston airport at the Whataburger there, they had the banana milkshake, and that just sounds so delicious to me. I just really wanted to
Fuck
try.
banana
Oh, I
flavored
love
things.
flavor.
Oh.
I love banana flavor. You're
Roger,
crazy.
come
You're
on.
crazy.
That's a little
Roger.
intense.
Roger, come on.
I fucking hate that
We
shit.
gotta have a topic sometime that is like, what are the wildest menu item names that you've ordered at like any establishment? Because
for
mine
me-
are always the seasonal. Like, okay, we're at IHOP. IHOP has a movie tie-in to like fucking
Lord of the Rings.
The Hobbit, or wow, you guys went to the same franchise.
Denny's did that.
And they did Fantastic Four. And Four Stick.
What's the Jesus Christ. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. That like
Hold on,
those
hold
are the
on,
menu
hold
items
on,
I'm talking
everybody.
about.
Like, and it's not gonna be that clear because it was small, but I want people to watch the video that we just recorded and go back and pause and look into the eyes of Roger looking at me, because it's the face he gives me. He just did it live, right here in front of all of us. We use this look.
To me, it sounded like this, like, how dare you not know what this is? Fantastic.
Yeah, but see, it starts there, but then he just it's fantastic. Like it grows into
I think it's the fact that Roger's our editor, so he's so used to looking at us and us not looking back at him. So he knows he's like, it happens in real life where he looks at Tim and he doesn't expect Tim to actually understand.
It's like the ostrich with the head underground.
Oh fuck! I used to order the Sawsome sauce a lot at Wendy's. So I would roll up to the drive-thru, but I can't get the Sawsome sauce.
What's that?
It's just like some like Chipotle.
The good sauce was
yeah.
good.
It was good.
It was real good.
I was like a little worried about how good it was. I was like, I don't want to know what's in this because it's a lot.
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great.
I'm so glad I didn't have that milkshake, by the way. What I tell you,
Yeah.
those sandwiches are already like causing trouble for me.
Yeah.
Let me know if anyone needs a Pepsi AC.
Now, Bless, we were waiting for our food and we were having a conversation about like other fast foods that like we might not know about. We were talking about the E. coli breakout as we were about to eat this food, all this stuff, right? And you were talking about fast food that we don't know about. And you dropped the name of a restaurant that I've never heard of and kind of scares me.
Which one? Hardee's?
No, it wasn't Temptations.
Oh, Tantalizers.
Tantalizers.
Yeah, it's a Nigerian restaurant, like a Nigerian fast food.
Like a wing place?
They have chicken there. Yeah, they have chicken there. It's like rice. It's Nigerian's version. So like you have Mr. Biggs and Tantalizers are like the two fast food brands that kind of dominate, right? Mr. Biggs being, I would say, more of the McDonald's-ish, whereas like Tantalizers, I think, is more of the we got to dress up to go there, kind of place. Like we got to.
It sounds like a strip joint. That's
Yeah,
Like that's the thing. Tantalizers as like a fast food joint is like, y'all need to know the audience.
Yeah. Like, doesn't this look nice? Like,
Oh
you
my-
walk into this place and you're like, oh man, we're about to eat good in here.
Man, they look like they're fucking writing the first chapter of their novel at the top. Dude,
the team on the left is so fucking amazing. But yeah, like Mr. Biggs was the place where I could always, when I lived in Nigeria, I could always get my dad to stop by. Because there was always Mr. Biggs on the way. And like this place looks like fast food. This place you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this is a fucking, you're gonna get in there. They have meat pies and rice in there
Biggs
too.
with 2 G's, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Tantalizers, I would ask my dad all the time, like, yo, can we go to Tantalizers? Like, can we go to Tantalizers? And my dad, of course.
Tantalizing Tuesday.
Oh man, can we go? It's Tuesday, Dad. Can we go to Tantalizers? And he's like, oh, we got Tantalizers at home, right? It's always that kind of thing with Tantalizers.
Meat pies, Scotch eggs, chicken, jollof rice.
Jollof rice. Oh my
Jollof rice,
God.
fried
Wait,
rice.
which one is this? Mr. Biggs or Tantalizers?
Tantalizers.
Yeah, dude. Jollof rice changed your life.
So good.
I'm actually
never
bringing
had
some of
Roger's
yours.
gonna have. Oh yeah, you did have
Last
some
year.
jollof rice.
Woo!
I'm bringing that same jollof rice to the Thanksgiving me and Roger.
I'm
going
excited to have it. I've never had it before.
Oh man, it's gonna change your life.
Exciting. It's exciting.
It's real good. It's good.
It's good.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it's tantalizing.
It is tantalizing. Oh, wow. That feels like a good place to end this amazing episode. This good episode.
These are pictures Kevin's pulled up. Is this Tantalizers also, Kev? Or is this Mr. Biggs?
No,
Is that the jollof rice?
That's the jollof rice.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. I would
it's
eat all of
orange.
it.
Yeah, that looks
I
like
love-
Mexican orange rice.
I love the verbiage on this advertisement. Call or SMS, and then just call to have it delivered to you.
Fuck SMS.
Just SMS. We'll get
Don't
it.
text us.
Shout out to our last round of Patreon producers: Ryan Anderson, Kenny Kimball, Eric Velasquez, Ivan Quiz, Scotty Wyatt, Alex Gradle, Mama Murr, Al Tribesman, Jacob Meyer, Stefan Stryker.
I gotta ask, how do you make that sound? Are you using your tongue or the dingly thing in the back of your throat?
Curl. Oh, tongue, yeah.
I don't know how to do
Like
that. I
that?
can't do that.
You can't roll your R?
No.
It is just rolling R's, I guess. That's what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
just rolling your R.
I can't do that. No.
You can't roll your R at all?
No, do you remember in Games Daily today, Kevin, when Blessing tried to, and it like sounded, I don't even know what it sounded like.
He made a different noise because he didn't know.
Dude,
how
They
to-
said, I sounded like a fucking a dog, like an angry dog. Like, I was using the back of the dingly thing at the back of my throat. Like,
Go for it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to use.
I used to do that whenever I would try to do Chewbacca, I would do that same thing.
Bless, just put your tongue against the top of your mouth,
Uh-huh.
and then like force the air out. So it, like, and just keep a little pressure on your tongue.
ASMR right here.
I can't do that. My mouth's not built that way.
Well, a lot of it is like I don't know. I don't know if it's like a blood thing or whatever, but like I need obviously to roll my R's to pronounce a lot of
Yeah.
Spanish sounding names and words and stuff like that. But I think like rolling the R's is what kind of makes your Spanish sound, like, oh, that's a real Spanish
Like
speaker.
authentic.
Yeah, as opposed to like Garcia, it's Garcia. Like that's how you put that switch.
Yeah, like, I don't think there's obviously in English, you're not really rolling your R's like that. And then there's no Nigerian language where I believe you're rolling your R's. There's like other sounds you make, but I feel like those are more like lip focus as opposed to tongue.
But okay, you know what? Hold on, let me finish this list real quick. We got Jacob Meyer, Steven Stryker, Gordon McGuire, Burt Meg, Jason L, James Davis Makes, Nanobiologist, Arrow Joe, DJ Kento on Twitch, Ryan T from Tennessee, Derek Garrick, Donald Eccles, Short Fuse 06, Jordan Harrison, and Sean Valoric.
Thank you.
I got some questions about the sounds of mouths make. And this comes from my ignorance. Does the dangly thing in your back of your throat affect your sound? Can you control that thing?
I mean, kind of do. I think I'm doing the same thing that like you're asking me to do with my tongue, right? But I'm doing it with my uvula.
But I thought what I think I'm doing is more like gargling my spit.
Gargling air, yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with the little bowling alley thing.
Well, that's how you gargle the air, though. Is with the.
Is it really?
Yeah, like
That's
try
kind
it.
of vibrating back. This has got to be awful for audio listeners. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it must be terrible.
Or very hot.
Yeah.
I think
That's okay.
I was just saying, I think the uvula, like, isn't that just like with like really high level singing?
See, and Kevin would know. Because Kevin knows everything about the human body. Because when we started our adventure today, we all learned something. And that is that turtles pee and poo out of the same hole. And it is called?
A cloaca.
Wow.
That's a good term for that.
That's my favorite 4th gen Pokemon.
Let us know in the comments below what your favorite 4th gen Pokemon is. Until next time, thank you all for hanging out with us. Have a great Thanksgiving if you're American. If you're not, just have a good week. Have a good weekend. Do whatever you do.
Go watch the KFFL.
Go watch KFFL. YouTube.com/KindaFunnyGames. Eddie works hard on it. It's really cool. Check it out. Nick's playing football. Bye.